belongs to the Siemens factory, a Siemens company, and this is from around the year 1900, so original building from the industrial area here in Nuremberg. The Siemens company is now a world player. They started here in Nuremberg with building train parts, and the Congress Hall built by the Nazis never finished because they didn't have any money anymore. So here I try to tell you how it would have looked like. So first of all, the inside would have been made of marble. So outside granite, inside marble. There should have been no columns or anything to hold the ceiling. And if you look at the right and also on the left hand side, almost in the middle of the wall, there are these noses coming out. This is where the seats of the audience would have started to come down. The ceiling itself would have been a glass ceiling. Big parts of the ceiling in the middle especially would have been glass. So actually the architects now they say it would not have worked out. The Nazis wanted it to work out because such a big ceiling made of glass would not be possible without any columns to hold it. I actually have no idea. I study political science, so maths and everything, not my thing, but I know that the Nazis were not stupid, so they probably would have found one way or another to manage it. So seats for the audience, actually 50,000 people, 50,000 people should have sit here, listened to Hitler's speeches, applauding, cheering and hailing him. The glass roof had the purpose to let the September sun shine down inside the hall onto Hitler and let him be illuminated like a Christian saint. And Hitler's spot where he would have held his speeches was exactly here at this crossing. This is where he would have stood talking to the audience. To your left hand side now you can really see the structure of the Congress Hall. These huge windows, these huge gates where the individual would have felt really small and tiny walking in there, and only in the masses, only in the with your people, or as the Nazis said, the Volksgemeinschaft, you could feel strong. And they have a photo opportunity and have a good look at the field. Easy to answer. This happened here in 1909. A Zeppelin landed here on this field, and you can see this field was really just a field, nothing here but grass. And in the 30s, when the Nazis decided to have their annual Nazi rallies here in Nuremberg, they decided in 1933 to have their Nazi party rallies here every week. And you can see the difference easily. First of all, of course, the columns, and second of all, the big golden swastika in the middle. The big golden swastika in the middle was blown up by the Americans, by the US Army in 1945, when the Americans came to Nuremberg and freed Nuremberg of the Nazis. And actually, let's start with this. What is happening on a party rally nowadays? Discussion is going on. Maybe some voting is going on. And what about the program for the next year? Here at the Nazi party rallies, no discussion, no voting, just marching, cheering and hearing. Cheering and hailing, I mean. Okay, for example this. 1 week of Nazi party rallies and 1 whole day for the German army, for the Deutsche Wehrmacht. And you can see the motorcycles, and the German Wehrmacht was very modern actually. They did this. Looks like an army, right? Young men standing to attention. And what it actually is, I have a close-up of this picture as well, of these men somewhere in the front, is this. Can you see what they are holding in their hands?
Shovels.
Shovels. So they had an organization for the workers.
Thank you.
And they trained them just like soldiers. They put them in uniforms. They let them hold the shovels just as if they were rifles. And the whole world, and especially Europe, they just watched. They knew what was happening, but they were so afraid of, after World War I, that anything like this could happen again. They just let the Germans do what they did. But it was actually quite obvious that the Germans planned another thing. And they did this.
dancing here in white dresses on this field. You can see in the background the Zeppelin grandstand. And with these two pictures you can see very much the the idea of the society the Nazis had. So-called light dome. Now it doesn't look so impressive in this picture actually. The light dome was for the night of the political leaders, and they had big lights all around this field here, lighting up in the sky. Nowadays we have a light show every other night at some opening of a big mall or something, but back in the 30s this was very, very impressive, and people from other cities about an hour's drive away could still see the light in the sky. So this was really, really impressive.
Post-war houses, because Nuremberg was hit very badly during the war. The city center where the Christmas market is located, so inside the old medieval city walls, this old city center was destroyed up to 90%. And all of Nuremberg, so with the outer parts of the city, so this parts for example, was destroyed up to 60%. On the left hand side you can see the beautiful central station of Nuremberg from the year 1905. Neo-Baroque with Art Nouveau elements. And actually inside it has been renovated about 10 years ago, I think, so from the inside it's not it does not look anything like it looked in 1905, but from the outside still very nice. Opera House of Nuremberg, Neo-Baroque, on the left hand side. And actually the Opera House is so beautiful from the inside as well. Clear windows behind this tree. This is where courtroom 600 is located. And courtroom 600 actually is the courtroom where the trials against the Nazi criminals took place. Courtroom 600 is actually still the biggest courtroom in Bavaria, in the federal state of Bavaria, courtroom 600, and is still in use for murder trials, for example, manslaughter and so on. Bronze ornamentation on the gravestones. One of those could cost as easily as much as a poor man's house, so maybe we're not all equal in death, but as well as for the people who produce the toys to sell them. So the Christmas market here is really old and really nice. And if you would like to go to the Christmas market, which I think you will, you should try some mulled wine, we say Glühwein, which is really nice. You should definitely try some gingerbread, which is called Lebkuchen, so live cake here in Nuremberg. No ginger in it. Normally no gluten in it as well, only nuts, almonds, some spices and honey.
I just want to eat them.
They're cute though.
The heads are made out of walnuts?
She called them prunes.
Well, these are like the prunes, but like their bodies are made out of like harder. Probably walnuts.
Oh my goodness, those are prunes. Holy crap.
Not suitable for because I said I get it, so therefore I get it. Because you know what? I'm my own person and you're not the boss of me. Oh my god, look.
That's okay. They're adults, they'll figure it out.
Oh dear lord.
I just didn't know if they needed somebody.
Yeah.
Aber so was ich
For your mom.
Oh my god, no, she'll spend all day there. What are we waiting for?
The thing. The Glockenspiel, that thing.
It's like a show or something.
No, it's
gonna be
800-year-old mechanism. It didn't work. Oh, oh. Oh, come on. Continue. There you go. Nope, nope, nope. 800 years old, it just needs a minute to catch up. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going around again. And it does it 10 more times because it has to do it 12 times.
Oh my god.
And again.
It might be raining, but the glockenspiel must go on.
Some of the other tourists are getting tired of it.
Rain or shine, sleet or snow, the glockenspiel must go on.
My feet are cold and wet.
See, right about now I'm wondering if it actually does go on for 12 times.
Well, that was 3. Thank God.
I think that was it.
There we go. Oh, it's not warm, but it is German. It tastes.
Of course it's German. Is that in German? Oh, we could have gone in down there.
So they keep mispronouncing his name.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They're leaving us behind.
That's okay.
These steps are very small.
Yes, they are.
Just letting you know.
Somebody, Carl, was there in 1520.
On top of it.
Where'd Dad go? We lost Dad.
From Fiddler on the Roof. Or something very similar.
That's it, guys. Our time on the Grand Circle cruise is pretty much over, and it was pretty great. We had some good times, some laughs, some fun experiences, some new places, and all in all, I'd do this cruise again. So, tomorrow we're going to be traveling to Vienna, so I'm not going to really have much for you guys. We're just going to be taking a train. So, we're going back to Vienna, and we're going to be spending a couple more days there before we go home to the good old US of A. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.